Hi guys and welcome to my review of 75324 Dark Trooper Attack from March of 2022. This set is based off The Mandalorian Season 2, has 4 minifigures and retails for $24.99 in the UK. Starting off here with the box, it is quite cool. You get the hallway from Moff Gideon's cruiser, which LEGO also did back in August of 2021. In the corner here we get Mando and Grogu just chilling there. Then we have the orange stripe going up. Not that that means anything with the way LEGO's been doing those stripes. They no longer signify what they're from. We have the 4 minifigures you get in the set, one of which is exclusive in the Luke Skywalker, the Dark Troopers. Again, were available in the Moff Gideon's Cruiser released in August of 2021. Let's have a look at the back of the box. Having a look at the back of the box, you get all the features of the set. The lift, or as I call it, it's a revolving door to be honest. You get the kind of force push ability where you can make it look you're force pushing the Dark Trooper back, and you can spin Luke to take out one of the Dark Troopers. And it just shows you all those features on the back of the box. Let's jump right into those minifigures, which is, to be honest, the main reason you buy the set. At least if for me it is. And starting off with our first minifigure in order of box is Luke Skywalker in his Jedi outfit. So it's basically the same as a Return of the Jedi look, or at least, well, it's not got the same printing as any of the Return of the Jedi looks, but it's based off more or less the same thing. Because obviously, The Mandalorian, if you're not aware, takes place, I think, 5 years after the Battle of Endor, if I'm correct. And it is quite a cool Luke Skywalker, finally a different Return of the Jedi look. Because we got the same one for 6 years. We got the same one. The one that came in the 2015 final duel, which is a minifigure that's okay, but there wasn't enough variation. The way I see it, if LEGO's going to continuously make certain characters very often, try and change the variation slightly. You know, at least give something different. But this delivers on that. Obviously, you don't buy the set for Luke Skywalker, you probably just buy it for the Dark Troopers. But, you know, it's a really cool Luke Skywalker. It's a nice way, cheap way to get a Return of the Jedi look, because the other ones were locked behind some expensive paywalls. The final duel sets, the Imperial Shuttle, like that, those are not cheap ways to get a Return of the Jedi look. All those sets were actually quite, expensive, so I'm happy to get this. I really like the printing on this look in particular. He does have some really nice printing, which I like more than the other look from Return of the Jedi's printing. This is like, I know that personally, my LEGO taste, I love the older ones, kind of 2005, 2012 era of LEGO Star Wars minifigures, but this is one of those few modern figures that I can actually maybe put in my top 10. I really do like it. Of course, he has his green lightsaber, and he has the newer hood piece. Now, I say newer because this piece is new to me. I don't own any minifigure with this piece. It feels weird, given we had the other hood piece, which was probably around, like, I'm going to guess that hood piece that was before was probably around before the LEGO Star Wars theme. But he has two faces. He has more of a concerned look on this face. And if we remove that hood, we can turn him round, and you'll see that he has more of a kind of smirky, more confident look on this face. And he has that new kind of spongy cape with some printing behind. Get that down there. If I had one complaint to make against this minifigure, lack of Luke's hair. Now, yes, I know this is based off only the scene where he's in the, hallway of the cruiser and he's mowing down all the dark troopers, I get it. He keeps the hood up. But people who buy this set are probably also going to want to recreate that further scene that you can do. So I'm confused about why he didn't get his hair, because some sets do give minifigures both. So yeah, I just want to point that out. Moving on to the minifigure that you actually buy the set for though. The Dark Trooper. One of my favourite characters from The Mandalorian was the Dark Trooper. I love the scenes that involve these minifigures, so they're really cool. And they're also unrebuildable. You do get 3 of them in this set. If you bought the Moff Gideon's Cruiser, you probably end up with 4 of them. But they're really cool, and they have a unique mould for their helmet. So let's start off with the gun first, because this is something I spotted when building this set, because I bought this set quite recently. It was one that I held off on buying for quite a while, but finally put the bullet on that one. And look at it. The gun, now, most people, for some reason I know, look towards the similar Boba Fett guns. I had a more older, more out of date thought. It probably shows my age slightly, the fact that I remember these. If any of you guys can cast your minds back to like 2011, right, we had the Alien Conquest theme, and this is a lot like the guns that most of the kind of blue soldiers in that theme, kind of like the military people, had in that theme. So that's what I think of when I see them. Turn around the back, you do have these holes, which I don't get why they're there on the Dark Trooper, if that makes sense. But you know, if you really wanted to, you break the gun as well. But let's get that in there. You could just connect the gun in the back. Looks awkward, does not work, but it's there as a suggestion. Taking off this piece, which is as far as I'm aware, is try and get it to focus. You know what? As far as I'm aware, this piece is unique to this minifigure. Really cool piece. Really do like it quite a lot. And you can see the Dark Trooper's head. Yeah, there's actually not a black head. It's kind of like the way they used to do the old clone troopers and scout troopers back in the day, where they would, you know, leave the holes out and just put the colour they wanted on the head underneath. We have a red head. So you got that there, you got some detail on the back. It's like unnecessary detail. This minifigure, there's a lot. And if we remove his head here, that fell into my shelf below. You can see that there's even more printing. It's kind of like a football player kind of piece that they've used here. It's also similar to the piece that they use for Wrecker from the Bad Batch. And you can see more of the detail printing on this minifigure. Overall, really cool. I'm not going to show the other two. You get 3 of them. There's no point in showing the rest. But again, it works really well. Will I build an army of these? I say only the 3 that come in this set. I'm not going to do what some people did and buy multiple of this set. I do not want multiple goddamn hallways. And yeah, I know you can build the full on like a longer version of the hallway that's more accurate, but you know what? Might buy a couple off Bricklink or eBay at some point, but I don't plan to go crazy with them. I'm just happy to have the few that I do. Because I'll admit, this set, for some reason, in my local area was very hard to find and it popped up everywhere. So they're quite easy to get now. Let's move on to the set though, which is in itself pretty cool. Alright, here we have the set, which is pretty cool. So, like as has been explained, it's that hallway from, like, you know, when Luke comes out the elevator and just starts taking them out left, right and centre. That's the scene that you're getting here. So let's start off with all of the features. I'm going to push this bit and I'll get to that a bit later. So let's start off with the back. So the back, there's not any detail, but there doesn't really need to be any. You know what I mean? It's fix these pieces here. I've only rebuilt this like a couple of days ago. You can see the back is fairly bare, doesn't need anything like on the outside, but you're not. It's kind of like a movie set, almost. You know, if they were to construct a fake movie set for a building, like the side you see on camera would look, you know, perfect, but the side you wouldn't see, you know, would just be all bare because it doesn't need any detail. Here at the back though, I'm going to try and zoom in. Alright, it's probably the best angle. We have the elevator, which is controlled by this Technic thing here. You can twist it. So, it's quite a cool feature. And I'll lift it up to show you the stickers. You do get some stickers inside this elevator. It's kind of like the lights you would see on any Republic ship or any Imperial ships. Again, this is meant to be a hallway from an Imperial light cruiser, which is pretty cool. And also you can turn it to, you know, reveal Luke Skywalker. So I'm going to try and get that to work. One thing I will point out about this set is putting Luke Skywalker in every time is not easy. He can easily catch his lightsaber on things. So you do have to be careful to put it in, like, don't put it in like this. And it also doesn't work straight up sometimes, so you do have to fiddle around with it. This here tends to be the best way to do it, in my opinion. So you can have him, you can turn the whole thing round, put it like this. Let's get a good shot of this. Alright, you have this section, and I might as well explain and show a little bit of the detail that you do get in this area, since I'm here. You get these nice little lights, which you will also find on the Lego Death Star sets in the elevator shaft, just show you like that white dot is where the elevator currently is. You do get some nice little lights on this side, which it's a cool detail. And you do get that little stickered control panel right there next to the door, which, you know, it's also a cool touch. So the feature with the lift is, I'm going to zoom back in to show you, is if I put this like this, you can have them turn around and just come out, and then you obviously start attacking and killing and taking out the Dark Troopers that you get in the set. So let me show you some of the features that you can do with that. I've decided before I show that I should point out the sheer amount of stickers. So the things inside the elevator are stickers. Sticker, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 2. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's 15 stickers in this set. So if you don't like stickers, you might not like this one in particular. It is absolutely filled with stickers. But yeah, you do get a lot of features in this set, and I'm going to demonstrate on the Force section. There we go, I got a better angle. So you get loads of things on the Force, so for the most part it's smooth. Of course you have this exit there, just so it's not one complete wall. I think that's accurate. Do you know, if I'm being honest, the last time I watched the Mandalorian Season 2 final was when it came out. I've actually not went back to rewatch it yet. I will do it at some point. Yeah, so you got a few areas. So if we take Luke out, this will be annoying. Up, because the lightsaber shot right out of his hand because of the funny angle you have to put him in. If anybody knows a better way of putting him in there that I've not figured out, let me know. So the first thing you get is this little spinny platform here, right? So there is a little plate under here where you can use your finger to move, look around if he's spinning around. So we can take one of our Dark Troopers here. We can place him, say, on this stud, right? And we can have Luke, you know, kind of angle the lightsaber, you know, we can have Luke kind of try to fight and, well, it probably works better if you're not me, right? Yeah, you get the point. I suck at this feature. But you know, it's meant to help, you know, kids can play with this, they would probably find this better than me. And of course you get more just kind of force, where you could just have a few shooting at them like that. Take another one. Another cool feature we have is this, which keeps sliding in and out. So I think when I showed the box, I pretty much gave this away, but I don't think it's any secret that the set does this, so we pull it forward. So say Luke is standing right here, right? You can use the force to force push it back, which is, you know, it's quite a basic section. You could recreate this with your own parts, it's not hard at all. So you could slide them back, it's quite a cool feature. And of course you could take your other minifigure, which is only the one in the set, and put him there. Again, it is a really cool concept for a set that I do like. And the fact that we've got in this hallway, I would like to get the other two kind of more famous hallway scenes in Star Wars. Well, the other three actually, I'm going to say three. We could get the opening to episode 4, we could get the Vader hallway scene from Rogue One, the Darth Maul scene from Clone Wars, probably unlikely, but Jonas, they've got the minifigures that exist for that scene. The 32nd Trooper, the 501st Trooper, that exact Maul, have all come out within the last 2 years, so you could quite easily recreate that scene. But yeah, it's a really cool set. Let's get into my final thoughts after we look at the instructions. Alright, your pretty basic instructions, shows you've got the box shows, you've got your QR code here. You know, of course, you get all your building steps, and during the instructions, like, I think this is a new thing for this year, you get a little minifigure there, and he moves across to the end of the page as, you know, you progress through the build, which is, you know, quite a nice feature that they've included in the instructions. I mean, kids will love it. And if you get right to the end of the build, which I imagine you would, you get all these little stars to basically go, yay, you finished the build. So we turn the page here, it shows you your features. You get these pages that show all of the other sets out. So you get this set, you've got the Moff Gideon's Cruiser, the Slave 1, the Armoured Marauder, I think that one's called, Trouble on Tatooine. This set again, the Snowtrooper set, which I've reviewed. The only set here I've reviewed is the Trouble on Tatooine and the Snowtrooper Battle Pack. Again, like I said, this set is also on this page again. You get Boba's Palace, the Microfighter version of the Razor Crest, along with a Hoth AT-ST, and of course you get the one thing on the back of the instructions as is standard. So at this point, it's down to my final thoughts. Do I recommend this? Should you go out and buy this set? For the price, brilliant. Do I have any flaws against this set? I mean, it is got a lot of stickers, but to be fair, it's not parts that you'd expect. Do you know what I mean? It's not parts you'd expect them to print, because it's not really prints that they could use outside of this set, if I'm being honest. Like, not that I can think of. Or at least in terms of realistic sets that LEGO might actually release. So, I mean, what other sets is on this price range this year? I mean, for that price, you've got quite a few options. You've got things like, ooh, I don't know, you could buy Trouble on Tatooine, you could get yourself a 501st Battle Pack or 501st Legion Clone Trooper set, whatever you want to call that set. Just name a couple of the ones that you could also buy in this price range. I'm sure there's other ones I'm not thinking of off the top of my head. But, you know, it is not a bad set by any means. Like, I'm going to give it a solid, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10, which I don't do often for modern sets. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. Perfect minifigure selection, you know, and it has some slight repurchasability, other than the Luke Skywalker, which, you know, suppose you could sell on and stuff, but for the average collector who maybe doesn't want to get into that side of it, It is a fairly decent set and I 100% recommend it. So I should probably address the elephant in the room, right? I did say that my room tour would be today. It's not, obviously, since we're getting a Dark Trooper attack review. See, I've opted to wait till later in the month, so a couple of weeks. I might do it on Friday the 29th of July. Or I might do something rare and make it on the Saturday. Like, you know, one of the very few times I do a Saturday video. So this has been a long review. I've not done a video this long in a long while. So it kind of felt good to get a longer one out. What are you getting next Tuesday? Well, let's see. Next Tuesday is the 18th of July. I'm not really sure what to give you on that day. I actually am genuinely not. Is it 7 days? Yeah, that should be right. I think so. Next week, I don't really know what I'm giving you. I've not figured that far ahead in terms of reviews. The only 2022 sets I have left is the, Yoda Swamp and Dagobah Jedi Training, as well as the Republic Fighter Tank. So probably most likely get one of those. We seem to be doing quite well for the last couple of weeks. I think this is the third week in a row I've been able to bring a 2022 set and review it. I've not done any retro reviews for a while, so if I'm being honest though, most of the retro sets I've bought recently aren't really, size capable of being reviewed right now. Because when I did the review for Jabba's Palace, that one was a bit of a struggle because of the size. But anyway, enough rambling. Thanks for watching. See you guys possibly on Friday for Figure Friday with this minifigure right here. See you then.